Hello, computer animation students. I pray that you're all well and hopefully have enjoyed the last couple of weeks. Unfortunately, it seems like we're going to have to get back to work. And in order for us to continue on in this course, it's essential that all of you have Blender 2.79 available to you on your home computer. So that's what this video is going to be about, how to make sure that you can download Blender 2.79 onto your home computer. So I'm going to share my screen right now so that you are able to see what it is that you're going to need to do. So if I come in here, you can see that I have a URL called download.blender.org/release/blender 2.79/. So if you were to type that into your Google Chrome, you should come to the same web page as I have here. Now in here is showing all of the older download options for Blender 2.79. Now please disregard any of the 2.79a or b, but what we are focused on is we are focused on the Blender 2.79 zip file for Windows. This is what most of you will likely be downloading. If you happen to be using a Mac computer, then you would obviously use this option here. Now you may ask, why do we have a 32 and a 64 zip? Depending on whether your computer is a 32 or a 64-bit computer will depend on which one you want to use. If you're not sure which one it is, you can always try this and make sure if it's not loading on your computer, then you'd want to download the 64 instead. But for right now, I'm going to click on this zip option, and what we will see is that the zip should be starting to download down here. On my computer, it's just showing a file that is popping up. And in this case, it's going to take about a minute or so to download. While we're waiting for this, I just want to give you a bit of a heads up on how this is going to look going forward. Prior to us going on to spring break on Friday, March 13th, I had tried to mark and give you evaluation on any assignments that you had shown. I am cutting off for term 3 mark at the robot arm. Not the robot project, but the robot arm. So basically, if you have done all of those assignments, I will be giving you a progress report in your email that you will receive today that will show you what your mark is for term 3. Going forward then, what we will be doing is we will have the robot project and all other new assignments in this sort of delivery as term 4 marks. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Now my Blender 2.79 has now loaded or downloaded onto my computer, so I can simply click on this to bring it up into my window. So I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to just try and share this particular option here with you. So what we will see here in this Blender window is we will see that there are some Blender files in here. Sorry, we're going to see that there are some Blender. Let me just share that again. So we will see that there is a Blender 2.79 zip file. And if we double click on this and we come in here, we're going to be looking for the Blender application file that has a large size here. And we're going to double click on this. What we're going to see is that when we double click on this, that it's going to ask us to extract all. So we're going to have to click on that extract all, and we're going to have to choose to extract this. So this potentially could take a few minutes to extract these files. So I'm just going to continue talking while this is going on. So carrying on in this term 4, what we are going to be doing once this Blender program is downloaded onto your computer, the other step that you're going to need to take is you're going to need to go and, using your Gedu account, you're going to need to go and access Google Classroom, and you're going to need to join the computer animation classroom that I will create. In the email I will send to you, I will have the class code, so you just simply type that code in and then you will see access to all of the Google Classroom. Now, in the Google Classroom, you will see that it's broken down into term 1 topics and term 2 topics. And what you'll see is the very first assignment for term 2 is the robot project, which hopefully most of you have already started on. The other thing is that you will then see new assignments on there. The very next assignment is going to be an assignment called Blender Man Walking Jumping. And what I've tried to do is I've tried to include all the files that you will need for this, along with some examples of what good assignments would look like, as well as a rubric. And then I will also try to include a video similar to what I'm doing here, a YouTube video that kind of lays out or walks you through exactly how it's done. So hopefully this should be sufficient for you independently to be able to do these assignments. However, if you're finding difficulty, just like in class, please do not hesitate to email me. So unlike in class where you would normally put up your hand, if you're struggling, please just email me and I will be able to answer your email hopefully very soon, but certainly within a day, so that you're not stuck sitting there wondering what to do next. So I would just encourage you to make sure that if you are finding anything difficult, please make sure that you communicate to me right away. The other thing I want you to be aware of is that if you have in your progress report a mark of 0 for something that you feel that you've done or have at least partially started, then please email me back, because what I can do is I can go on in the computers at the school and check to see what it is you have completed. So once again, these progress reports represent what I have had in my marks as to what I have seen from you. But that doesn't mean that you haven't done it. You may not have shown me, or maybe I have not put it into your marks program. So if there's an issue there, please email me back and let me know about that. I'm certainly not infallible, and I do make errors, and I do sometimes forget to put something in. So please make sure that you contact me if you see anything that does not look correct with regards to your progress report. Now I'm continuing to talk here because the extract all option takes sometimes upwards of 2 or 3 or 4 minutes depending on your computer speed. But at some point, in my case very soon here, we will have the extracted files that will come out. And so I will be showing you this here in a moment, what you will see when they're finished extracting. It's just about finished here. It's got, looks like a few seconds left, and then we can look at how we're going to load up this Blender program now that it's downloaded and extracted. So yeah, it looks like it's just about finished. Got about 15 seconds left. Hopefully all of you are enjoying your time off. I can't say I love this way of teaching, but we will do the best we can with the situation that we have right now. So I'm just going to show you this file here again. So I'm just going to pop in here again so you can see this. So you should come up with a screen that looks like this now. And so in here, if I double click on here, I should now see that this Blender application is got the icon that's very similar to what you should see when you know, the Blender program. And if we now double click on this and choose the run option that pops up, then what we should have then is we should see our actual program load up. So eventually, once this is run, what we should end up seeing is we should end up seeing a program that looks like this. And this should be very familiar to you, Blender 2.79. And when we click away from the opening screen, and remember a couple of things, remember always we want to press 5 on the numpad to get an orthographic view. Remember top and front and side views. And remember that we always, always, always need to save our work. So file, save as, and when you're working at your computer at home, you're likely going to be working from your C drive. You may want to create a folder within there or put it within the documents folder, but you're going to want to save your files in a folder that you're going to be able to find easily each time. So those are some things you want to consider as you move forward here. So just to wrap up, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions about this, please do not hesitate to email me, and I will try to respond to your questions as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.